And
we're back in the Attic Podcast.
Oh
I'm
my
Kermit
God.
the Frog.
you said you weren't going to do it on the air.
I'm sorry, I lied.
All right, we're back from a little 2-week hiatus.
We had a blizzard, and then someone got a fever.
I had a bad fever.
He thought he was seeing heffalumps and stuff. I don't know what was going on.
I thought I had a miniature pony. My mom told me I was mistaken, and then I was devastated.
Yeah, well, at least Saga came out the week after, right?
Wow, you're just really getting right into it.
Yeah, issue 10.
Or issue 10. Right into... Oh, so you... the fucking comic book guy is actually, like, I walk in there, and, like, you know, I feel impressive, because now every time I'm becoming with more and more people from work.
Oh, really?
So it's like a fucking entourage walking into the comic book store.
This guy, like, know you now. It's
Yeah,
like, oh, back again, guys.
He's like, back again. Saga's out. Saga's out.
Saga and Walking Dead, are they the same week?
No.
All right.
I go on the new arrival, pick up my Saga, and walk over to last week's, and I get my Walking Dead.
Oh, all right.
So, because I don't think they would ever sell that of Walking Dead. So find out, though, you know, you've been to that comic book store, right?
Yes.
So every time you go in there, it's either the fat guy and the skinny guy, right?
Sure, I guess, yeah.
Well, Rick says they're gay.
Really?
Yeah.
Together?
I don't know. It was weird
Why?
as shit. So we walk in there this week. One of the guys I went with is wearing like Cummins sweatshirt. Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
Cummins diesels engines.
Oh, like Cumming? Like Alan Cummings?
No. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right. And so he's wearing that, and he's like, oh, I used to fix Ryder trucks, so yada, yada, yada. And then he comes to find out, he's like, yeah, I used to be a college professor. How do you go from being like a college, you know, fixing Ryder trucks, working at a garage, working at an auto parts store, being a college professor, and now you're working at a comic book store? How does that happen?
I don't know.
How?
Wouldn't you want to be around things you love all day? I would.
I just don't understand how that happens, though. Why would you give up a fucking college professor job to sell comic books?
I'd rather sell comics books than be a college professor. Grading papers, working long hours, having to deal with unruly students, lecturing to large crowds.
You do that now to all of our listeners.
All of our listeners.
You're lecturing them right now.
I do bad impressions of Kermit.
This is true. I'm glad you...
Hi, it's Kermit the Frog here.
I'm glad you
I don't think it's that bad of a Kermit. It's better than my Elmo impression. I'm Elmo.
So we actually, Danny came up with a great idea. We're going to do dramatic readings of comic books.
Yeah.
And record them and put them online. So if you think this is a good idea, leave a comment.
Yeah, I think they'll go up on our YouTube page.
Yeah, because it's free.
We'll do it separate. Yeah.
And YouTube is free.
Yeah.
So I think it works out well, because then you can turn the book to the camera and be like, see?
Yeah, this is what's going on.
All right.
All right.
It's been 2 weeks since I've seen you.
Yes.
So what's going on with you, Danny?
You know, I've last weekend we had Hulu had a bunch of Criterion stuff was free to stream on Hulu, so I watched a bunch of that.
You watched Criterion?
Yeah.
What the hell's Criterion?
They refurbish films, classic films.
Oh, so you were watching classic films?
Yeah, I watched The Seventh Seal by Ingmar Bergman.
How was the remastering?
It's a Scandinavian film with subtitles.
How was it?
Black and white. It was actually really nice. Even though it was streaming, the picture quality was very good.
Yeah.
It's a very funny movie too. Darkly funny.
Oh, speaking of streaming, I'm going on a quick tangent.
Yes.
For 1 second. So, so they had this PlayStation 4 event, whatever.
Yep.
And it's a little small thing. I don't know if you heard about it.
PlayStation 4 coming out.
Big deal. BFD.
They got some good games though.
Getting
some
one.
Good games.
Getting one already. Already pre-ordered mine. Through Amazon.
Okay.
No, it's lying.
Okay.
And so Sandy texted me. He's like, "Hey, you watching the PlayStation 4 event?" I kind of forgot about it, and I was like, "Oh no!" So I go to grab my iPad, go to IGN. IGN's down.
Oh, they crashed it?
Yeah, too many people. So I was like, "Fuck!" So and then I go to I go to The Verge.
Okay.
The Verge.
I never go to The Verge.
I like The Verge.
Is Polygon.com up yet?
It is up. It's kind of haggard. I'm not gonna.
Why?
I don't know, unless it looks different on. I never gone to it on my computer. But
like a regular browser.
Well, yeah, but like I scrolled.
Browser.
I've scrolled to the iPad 9 times out of 10 down. Just that doesn't bring you to the mobile website.
Oh.
But even like I've gone to the bottom and there's no like button full website. It just is a lot of blank space on their web page for being kind of supposedly big.
Well, it's new.
It is new. I agree. But The Verge was new, and that's always been very good, and then they're both affiliated, so I don't know why it doesn't look more like The Verge's webpage.
Because they want to be different.
Yeah.
Do they have podcasts on The Verge?
Yeah.
Like Arthur Geese is on them?
No, theirs is on through Polygon. I think he's on one of them. I
Oh.
haven't listened to it though, but I'm pretty sure.
So they have multiple gaming podcasts on Polygon, or?
Yeah, because The Verge has their own. Theirs is
Yeah.
the tech one in Polygon. I think there's two on Polygon.
Really?
2 different podcasts.
Huh.
And so I tried there. The streaming video wouldn't the browse. You
Did you
click
go
on.
to PlayStation.com after that?
No, I didn't go. So I Googled it. So I went to techbuffalo.com and it worked there.
Oh,
for
they had the stream.
Yeah, it worked for like 15 minutes and then it crashed and I was like, fuck it.
And Sandy never had any
Yeah,
trouble?
Sandy had trouble too because he was on IGN and it kept lagging out. Then he went to
You should have went to GameSpot.
GameSpot. I think all the main the big sites probably were having a hard time.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, I've always watched the E3 press conferences on like IGN and GameSpot, and I've usually don't have too many troubles.
Yeah, but see, I think it's different because
they're prepared for the influx of traffic.
Maybe, but it's not like I think people who watch the PlayStation 4 event don't watch the E3 stuff.
No, they do. Everyone go. E3 is the highest traffic for IGN.
Yeah, but normally, they never. I mean, it's been 7 years since they had a console launch. So
yeah,
I bet you the PlayStation 4 one probably was higher.
No, I don't know.
I mean,
Then like the Sony press conference of 07 when they launched it or whatever it was.
yeah, but how big was the that's a long time ago.
Yeah, it's just as big.
I don't know. Not everyone was carrying mobile devices that was capable of watching it.
Maybe.
You had to be locked at
This
home.
was also at a higher traffic time of the day. Like the press conferences are usually 10 in the morning.
Yeah.
So that's probably it. It's
People
probably middle. This was the evening.
Yeah,
so
yeah. People are at work.
That's probably why it's crashing.
Probably.
A lot of.
It crashed for a
internet
while
usage.
because I went back later on. It was still fucked up.
All right. So should we get into the PS4? What's on it? You ready?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So they announced a few things. They didn't really get in depth on the things, but Bungie's new game that was actually announced.
Oh yeah.
Tuesday.
Destiny.
They announced that Destiny will be on the PS4.
So what exactly is it? Just another shooter?
It's a first-person shooter, but it's apparently how it's described. It's a all online shooter. So it's the only way to, I guess there's some single player component, but it's about you going into instances with a group of players and it's almost like dungeons. You're going into dungeons. So it's like Guild Wars or something almost. It's online persistence. So that should be interesting for a shooter. I mean, Bungie's kind of pushing more of the multiplayer aspect in their previous games, so it's not surprising that they would try to incorporate single player into multiplayer and have them be totally the same and not really able to tell the difference.
Yeah.
But it's a first person shooter. You get to customize your guy and stuff, and I guess there's no lobbies and stuff. It's all be seamlessly joining multiplayer matches and stuff. And it's a huge universe and stuff.
So there's no I don't know how would they do no lobby though.
I don't know, just mask it somehow, have it go all right, we're all going on this raid here, so let's go through this door that's over here, and then you just go through the door and it would load it and match you up, matchmaking that way.
Yeah.
So
you're it's like a virtual lobby almost. Go through this doorway if you want to do.
You all meet. You get your guys. You meet in a certain area, and you're all right, now we're going through, and all four of you go through together, and then you either end up fighting another team maybe or fighting thing. I mean,
are you excited for this?
Yeah, it seemed interesting.
I don't know, Danny. That wasn't very confident.
Yeah, well, they didn't really show a lot. It looked nice.
When's it coming out? Have they said?
Fall.
They haven't showed nothing yet.
I mean, they've shown a bit. There's a bit of footage of it.
Some gameplay.
Yeah, real quick. It's mostly guys sort of standing around, and a couple times you see people running with guns, but it never shows them shooting or anything or any of the action.
How does it look though?
Comparable to Halo Reach. So
not much better.
No, not wildly.
mean, everyone. I mean, especially since 343 took over, Halo. Like, oh, this looks a lot better now.
Yeah, I don't think there's a huge difference between Halo 4 and Halo Reach.
You don't think so?
No. Reach is more wide open, I think. A lot of the sandboxes seem bigger. I mean, it's difficult. I mean, Bungie's games never look like Crysis or anything because, well, first of all, they're not being developed for the PC in mind. They're consoles. Mm-hmm. And also...
I don't know. PlayStation 4 is like a PC.
Yeah, well, they're all... It always was a PC or whatever. Yeah. But their games have always been more wide open, so they're not as corridor heavy. So there's a lot more stuff it has to show on the screen than like a Doom game or something.
Yeah,
but I don't know. It seems interesting enough. Like we'll hear more at E3. That's when we're really going to get down to brass tacks with how the game's going to work and stuff.
I think I'm going to take off Stop and Shop during E3 so I can come home from work and just watch video.
Just watch that.
Yeah. Because like. Last year, I was like upset. I'm like, I want to watch this, but I gotta go.
Yeah, I love the Giant Bomb always does their podcast.
That's so much. That's so.
Yeah, you ever stayed at? Yeah. I took off E3 2 years ago from Stop and Shop, and I watched it like all day. And then like it'd be like 10 in the morning, and they'd start at 10 at night, and they'd start their like 3-hour podcast for the night.
Yeah.
It's like a webcam live stream thing.
Oh, there's a webcam for it? I didn't know they had a webcam.
So if you were there at night, you could watch it.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. One year they had like so it's everyone sitting around on 3 couches, and then they also had the camera in the refrigerator. So guys would go reaching for beer, and then they'd just be on the camera.
So they put a camera in the camera. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. Because
was it like a webcam?
Yeah.
So would they cut a hole in the fridge or something?
No. It was like a camera that worked.
So they just left it running?
Yeah.
Or was it like attached to the light? So when the light comes on, the fridge up?
No, it was like motion. If motion went on, they'd cut to that video or something.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, they usually have good like guests there. They got like guys from Harmonix and like Ed Boon from NetherRealms and Mortal Kombat. He makes those games.
I didn't know they did a webcam to it.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Because I always listen to the audio, but there's a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they do like 3 hours a night.
It's a lot.
I'm surprised they're not dead after doing the show.
Those guys podcast like a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's like the main draw to GiantBomb.com.
I mean the fact that they do a 3-hour show every week, then like the game of the year shit. That's so much.
I didn't even listen to that.
I did. That was so good. You didn't listen to it?
I haven't yet. I've actually caught up on a lot of the Giant Bomb podcast stuff.
Yeah, no, that was really good. It's really good, and I recommend it. I
love the arguments they have on it.
Yeah,
it's really great.
I was only 1 day behind throughout that whole thing, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
I was burning through it. So, are you excited for it? The PlayStation 4 and the new console generation?
I kind of got burned at the launch with the last ones, all the hardware failures and stuff. So I don't know how excited I am for a brand new system, especially, I mean, me and Tim were talking about price ranges, but did they announce a price on it?
Not that I know of.
Yeah. Me and Tim were talking about, and Tim's like, I don't know. I think it's going to be north of 500. I'm like, north of 500?
I don't know see if I can do like all everything that I've heard from other people, I feel know more than me. They're all saying like $499.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
I mean, not $499, $399.
$399. I was thinking $450.
They'll have like bigger ones, like bigger hard drive, whatever.
Yeah.
But they're saying like for like
base model $399.
Not the base model, but the one that
everyone will get.
Yeah.
Yeah. So multiple SKUs, is that what we're hearing?
Yeah, multiple SKUs. That's what everyone's saying.
Because I didn't like when they did that with the original Xbox, because everyone got stuck with those arcade things. Everyone wanted the premium one at launch and was like, no, I don't want no arcade, man. No hard drive. Count me out.
Yeah. That's stupid.
Yeah. It was fun though, waiting in line though. Everyone's just like, which ones do they have? No, I want that one. No.
Especially at launch, if there's no need to launch it with no hard drive.
Yeah, because the people at launch are hardcore people who are not looking to get some dinky, not fully compatible system.
So.
Because they will sell out. I mean, this ain't no Wii U where it's going to sit on the shelf and no one's going to buy it. Like PS4, people are going to buy it. At least for the initial batch.
I'm hoping $399. It's not bad.
Yeah, $399. I'll be tempted because they also there's a new Infamous game they announced.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Have you played any of the other ones?
Yes, I played like, I don't know, 8 hours of Infamous 1. And I own Infamous 2, but I haven't got around to playing it yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I
Yeah, they're fun. They're a little repetitive, especially the first one.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I stopped playing, because it's the same thing over and over again. But it's cool to be like almost like a superhero character, not in regular superhero stuff, but just like messing with people and like just you pretty much just like electrocute everything and blow things up, and it's awesome.
I think Sony's waiting for Xbox to drop the price first, and they'll go whatever high or low compared to that.
And so they're waiting for Microsoft to decide what they're gonna
Pretty much.
or maybe they're at least gonna wait until see what Microsoft's system is.
Yeah.
So they could price accordingly. Like if like the PS4 like blows it out of the water technologically, which probably not.
I can't imagine they would. I bet you they're gonna just be very similar.
Yeah.
Process wise.
So in that case, I think they'll be similar price. But if it did blow it out of the water, I feel like they could charge more for it because it's more top of the line system.
I feel like they could charge more, but like for some people who aren't really huge into the industry, it'd be like, oh, why would I want that? It's
Yeah,
no money.
that's true.
They're the stupid people.
Yeah.
So do you care about like how like 3D wasn't a big thing for?
No, I hate 3D,
So do I.
I'm okay.
Were you
with
upset about the no 4K support?
No, not at all. I mean that's just starting to hit like movie theaters and stuff and TVs, so it's not really necessary.
The only reason I thought it was smart for them not to do the 4K support, which I was a little surprised because TV wise and camera wise, there's
and being that Sony is a TV company, too.
right, and there's they're big behind 4K and their TV wise. I was impressed that they didn't put it in it because of like that would just increase the cost that much more to the system itself for something that's for the huge amount of the audience would never use.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, what these last system lasted like 7 years, and like we're just starting to get into everyone using HDMI on TVs and stuff. So they're at a perfect point right now to be like, all right, where the technology is set for the 1080p high def that we have now. So we don't need to push the boundaries on this one yet.
Mm-hmm. What size hard drive would you like to see in the next consoles?
A terabyte.
You would? You want?
I think we need a terabyte for what they're pushing digital content wise. I think we need a terabyte.
I'm saying I bet you they're coming. I don't know. Did they say for the PlayStation 4 what it is?
No, they didn't.
They didn't say it.
They didn't say hard drive wise, but there will be a hard drive, I think.
Yeah. I'm saying I bet you it'd be 500 gigs.
Probably.
I'm thinking 500.
Yeah.
They might have a terabyte available, but I'm thinking the base, the one that people are gonna have is 500.
Yeah.
Which is a lot still, compared.
Yeah. Compared to what we had, yes.
Yeah.
But they announced with the system there's gonna be that streaming stuff where you can stream the games.
Yeah, what do they call it?
I forget what they called it, but so that might help lessen the load for
but they said that's not going to be available at launch.
Yeah, but I mean it'll be there eventually.
Yeah, but I mean it's basically on live. I forget what they call it. It has some like Japanese name to it. Oops.
Yeah. Oh, it's like the on live service that launched in the US a while ago. And I don't think that's around anymore.
I don't think so. But I forget what I was going to say. Oh, do you think it's going to be able to play good though? Like, do you think it'll be laggy playing? Because on live,
it'll play well in Korea.
Yeah, like the people I heard that play on live said it was close, it was good, but it wasn't like as good as actually having the game.
And since everything next generation is going to be full high def, it's going to be more to push over streaming.
Yeah, I don't know. So some people said that'd be good though for the Vita because they can stream the games to the Vita.
Yeah, that could be cool.
But they've said that before.
Yeah, how many people have Vitas too?
I know. I wonder if they do a package deal with PS4 and a Vita.
Maybe a high-end package deal. I could see maybe a $600 system. No, if it launches at $400, $600 system with like top of the line stuff with a Vita, maybe.
I mean, just to help get the Vita out there. Are they going to give up on it, you think?
I think they should give up on it because, I mean, the availability of smartphones kind of defeats the purpose of a handheld system, really. I mean, even Nintendo's seeing a lot of pushback on the 3DS not selling as well as the DS because of the penetration of smartphones now. So
They actually, I heard that, like, Xbox Smart Glass, Sony has something like similar to that.
oh, really?
I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but they're developing something similar to that, and it's gonna be available on iOS and Android. So I know you don't have any of those things,
Yeah,
Danny,
I don't
but
use those things.
almost everyone else in the world does.
It's true. Everyone is using it now. I'm
So-
behind the curve.
I just think that that's a very smart business decision to go that route. That's something that's already so everyone has one.
Ubiquitous.
Yeah, ubiquitous.
That's the $10 word.
That's the $10 word. So
$10 word for a $10 man.
so in these
Don't know
past
what that
2
means.
weeks, I saw some movies.
Oh, let's get in the movies. What movies you see?
I saw Flight.
Okay, what'd you think of that?
I liked it.
Okay,
I liked it. Yeah.
the whole thing, or
I agree with your statement. The beginning was good, and the end it was.
the beginning's amazing.
Yes,
It's
it
intense.
is really good. It's I mean, it's it's kind
Especially the naked lady at the beginning.
of. I don't know.
Naked. You don't remember that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, it's a naked lady just walking around, and then they do coke.
Yes, I do remember that.
It's like a story of my life.
Yeah, all right, Danny.
Yeah.
So
Doing blow off strippers' butts. Actually, she was a stewardess. But okay. Yeah.
So I enjoyed Flight a lot. I thought I liked the end of it.
Yeah, that was a good scene at the end.
And
Where he breaks down.
Yeah, when he breaks down, he finds out the other hotel room's open, and he's like, I forget what he called it, John Goodman in the movie. He's like, I need my doctor or whatever, and he comes in there like fucking all badass and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's like, who's paying for this?
And
It's
he's like,
like,
well, I got a 20. So I think it's it's good, and it shows the struggle of alcoholism. Well,
Yeah.
I thought.
well, more than alcoholism.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
I wonder if that whole Coke.
It's a good sell for Coke, though.
Do you think that's true about Coke? Like you'll cure a hangover like instantly like that?
Well, a hangover is from lack of like water. Like you don't have enough like fluid.
Yeah,
in
but you're like
so-
you feel like shit.
Yeah, well, cocaine will wake you up. Cocaine, like when it first around, it was used as a medical tool because it wouldn't get your heart pumping and like wake you up more.
So you're saying it would work the way it showed?
Yeah, but the amount of coke he did, he probably would have OD'd eventually.
Probably.
The amount that he was doing
Yeah.
and stuff. But
So
I don't know. I don't know about cocaine, so I don't know.
Danny, you seem to know a lot of.
We need Phil here for the cocaine.
That's
parts
true. That's
to
true. You seem to know quite a
tell
bit
us
about
the
cocaine.
science.
Cocaine. So
I want me some of that cocaine.
cocaine. I liked it a lot though. I'd probably give it like we got lights flashing over here. I'd probably give it 5.5.
Out of 7?
Yeah.
Leather jacket? No, I'm just kidding.
So
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sort of agree with that.
you gave it
number.
a 4.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, because the end is kind of very monotonous. Like the same
the
thing
whole
happens
trial?
over again. No, the trial is good, but
Oh,
the fact
like-
that he keeps getting drunk, stopping, getting drunk, stopping again. But, yep.
So I also saw 7 Psychopaths.
What'd you think of that?
I did not like it that much.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
My word, sir.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
It had funny parts.
Christopher Walken here.
He's
Come on.
he's good. He's good.
That's my wife. How dare you take my wife out like that? Oh God.
That's actually not a bad Christopher
Ah,
Walken.
thank you.
That's
What part of sudden death did you not understand?
this is how Danny's going to do his dramatic readings.
Yes,
as
as Christopher Walken. Saga by Brian K. Vaughan. Stand up, guys. Who wants to see my movie?
So I didn't enjoy it quite as much.
Oh my God. What did I review it?
7 Psychopaths.
I probably gave it a 7, I think, right?
6.5.
Yeah. Oh, the movie's amazing.
You think it's that good?
Yeah.
What did you like about it so much?
Well, it's a deconstruction of the buddy movie taking down cops. I mean, taking down the mob. It's a mob movie. It sort of deconstructs that and also deconstructs storytelling because there's all these stories throughout it, and the guy's trying to write a movie script for it.
Yeah.
And it's sort of almost like the Seven Samurai too, like a bunch of characters coming together for this big gun battle at the end. But it's what actually really happens.
I don't know. It just seems a little bit all over the place at some point.
Yeah, why? Because there's a like a monk killer that they have for a little bit, and then you find out like it's an actual like Buddhist guy who lights himself on fire, and they're like explaining things.
Yeah,
yeah. I thought that was amazing. Like how much was in it, and how funny it was too.
I don't know. Like, I mean, I didn't think it was like some parts were funny, but like it wasn't like, oh my god, this is hilarious,
dude. The part with the Christopher Walken's character, he's a Quaker, a Quaker like hitman or something, because he just was following the lady around when he got out of prison.
Yeah.
And you find out it was him and his wife doing it. Yeah. Oh, it was great. Christopher Walken was amazing in that too.
I'm not disputing that he wasn't good in it, but I'm just saying overall.
I need to watch these movies that I love so much, and then you don't really like that much, and just see your reaction. Like, what?
I don't know.
How do we watch these movies where we get such different interpretations of it?
I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Burn After Reading?
No.
With Brad Pitt?
No.
All right.
No, sorry. Actually, I watched these with my mom and Jimbo, and like my mom didn't even make it like 15 minutes in.
Through Seven Psychopaths?
Yeah.
Oh. How? He's stealing dogs from people.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson's getting angry. It's just like,
I mean,
I took care of it, Mr. Sir, like it was my own child.
Yeah.
Don't plant that thought in my mind.
Yeah.
I'm sick now. Get out of here.
I mean that part was
and within the first 10 minutes, you've got the two mob guys who are just standing there talking, and you think it's a regular mob movie, and then the dude just comes out, shoots both of them.
and throws down the cards.
Yeah. That's like within the first 5 minutes of it.
Yeah,
how does that not pull you in?
How does that? Because it doesn't. I don't know. Because it doesn't paint a good picture, I guess.
Why? He's one of the psychopaths.
He is one of the but it's just like, but you don't, at that point, you don't know he's a psychopath.
Yeah,
one of the psychopaths.
But that's interesting enough that this guy's writing a movie, and then this guy is going around killing people, and then you find out more about his character, played by what's his name?
Who?
The guy who's actually nuts in it. Sam Rockwell's character. And then you find out he's sleeping with the guy's wife and stuff. He's like cheating on her with that, and like he's sort of involved in all of that.
Yeah.
And he's just so crazy. But he just wants to help out his friend and stuff.
I'm not super. I don't like him very much.
Oh, I love him.
You do?
Yeah.
Sam Rockwell?
Yeah, he's one of my favorite actors.
Really? I don't really like him that much. So I would have to actually
rating wise,
I'd probably give it a 3.5
out of 7.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What'd you give Cabin in the Woods?
Cabin in the Woods. I give that. Oh, 3.5.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, keep those together.
Yeah.
Those are on my top 10 movie lists from our episode, top 10 movies of the year.
That's what makes this good, because we got,
Well, it's good to know that none of these movies would have went on your list, apparently. So
good to know.
Yeah. Oh, brutal.
Why? So.
All right, go on. Break my heart more.
No. Oh, hold on, I sneeze. You go.
Okay. So any new movies?
Yes, I saw Side Effect.
Side Effects.
Effects.
All right, starring Rooney Mara.
Sometimes
and
I like
Jude
to
Law.
drop my S's. All right.
S. Ayo.
Oh God, here comes the Muppets again.
Bird. That's I'm Snuffy Bird.
Did you watch the Muppets recently?
No, I didn't. This is Sesame Street too, mostly.
All right.
My Kermit is the newscaster Kermit from Sesame Street.
So,
on the count, 1.
You saw Side Effects last weekend?
Yes.
What did you think?
Well,
of
not
it?
last weekend. Actually, the weekend before.
Oh, it's been out for 2 weeks.
The Blizzard. Yeah.
All right.
Well, this is Steven Soderbergh's allegedly last feature film, and he's actually been on a roll recently. He did The Informant, Contagion, Haywire, and
I want to see Haywire because I really enjoyed Contagion.
Yeah,
and I really enjoyed this one.
Yeah,
and so I want to see Haywire. It's on Netflix.
It's good.
I'm gonna do it.
All right, I own it on Blu-ray too.
I don't give a shit about your Blu-ray.
It looks better.
I don't give a fuck about your
You're
Blu-ray.
watching Ted today on DVD too. I don't know
did.
why you're watching DVDs.
Because I got it for free.
You got a Blu-ray player.
I got it for free.
How'd you get it for free?
I borrowed it from a bus driver.
Oh, all right, that's fine then. I have my sister. I gave that to her for Christmas.
Ted?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about Ted real quick before we get into Soderbergh.
Okay. We're gonna be Thunder buddies now.
Thunder Buddies. What'd you think about Ted?
I thought it was. We talked about it before on the podcast.
Did we? I never
Yeah.
saw it though, so
Yeah. I thought it was really funny.
I don't think we don't have a score for Ted. Would you?
We don't.
No.
Oh, okay. 5.5.
5.5.
5. 5.5.
5.5
Yeah.
right.
Out of 7.
out of 7.
Yeah, because it's funny. There's a lot of good funny gags with it, and
What was your favorite funny part? Do you remember it at all?
the part where they were like tripping on stuff with the
guy, Flash Gordon.
Yeah, that stuff was pretty insane.
Yeah, that was funny. It was stupid.
And then like
The
they're all
Chinaman comes in.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
punched through my wall.
and it's like a cockfight with
Yeah,
Ted
yeah.
and that one. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And a couple of the jokes when he's working at the grocery store and
Oh
stuff.
yeah. Oh yeah. When
Like,
he's
he's like
up, gone too far. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Actually, my favorite part was like it's towards the beginning when he's talking about Boston girls not being that hot.
Yeah.
And he's talking about like, do it harder. And just speaking in the Boston accent, I thought that was fucking hilarious.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, there's also the airplane joke in there too.
Airplane.
Where they're talking about how they first met and they're like on the dance floor. And like, so he comes out there and he pretends to be like it's the 70s and stuff.
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
got the jacket, takes it off, throws it off, and it makes that whoosh
Yeah,
sound and
yeah,
stuff. Like
yeah.
they're referencing Airplane right there. Because there's the scene when he first meets the
What
girl.
would you say it was for a score?
5.5.
5.5.
So I thought that I felt sad because I laughed at that so much, and no one else in the theater's really laughing when I saw it.
The disco scene part?
Yeah, because it's Airplane. So I got the reference. So
I didn't
was
get
just
the
like,
reference because I never saw Airplane.
Oh,
I've never
how
seen
do
it.
you, oh my god!
Yeah.
You need to watch Airplane.
Yeah.
That is one of the funniest movies ever made.
Yeah, people say that. I've seen multiple clips. Like when I was going to college, there was a teacher who used to
Yeah.
just play clips of Airplane.
Surely you can't be serious.
Yeah. Stuff
I
like,
am, and don't call me Shirley.
Yeah, stuff like that. And then like Roger, and
Yeah.
stuff like he's constantly like every time he talked to a guy, he would say whatever, then an Airplane quote
Yeah.
would happen. And I'm like, Jesus,
That's
guy.
when I got my drinking problem, and then he misses his face and just throws the water over into his face.
I thought
Oh, and then the best Airplane bit is there's the young girl, and she's like, "Oh, I'd like coffee, black, like my men."
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, and it's just little kids there. Oh, and then there's one lady freaking out, so everyone keeps walking over. It's like, get a hold of yourself, and they just start shaking her, and then you just see a line of people, and they all have like, there's nuns with like chains getting ready to beat her up, and then there's like black guys with baseball bats, and it's all a line, just like, get a hold of yourself. It's like, and people are just in a line trying to get this lady to stop freaking out by just
really?
like beating her up.
Oh, really?
It's hilarious.
That
It's
is
just like
funny.
the movie is like it doesn't make that much sense, but they're just throwing joke after joke. Like a lot of them don't hit, but
Yeah.
it's so many jokes over and over again.
That's pretty
It's really
funny.
funny.
So
So it's not as good as Airplane, but Ted's funny.
yeah, Ted's funny. I would probably give it a 6.
So
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
yeah. The whole thing. There's the end storyline where he gets
Yeah, it gets that's like I was like, oh,
It's
they can't kill him.
yeah. That's also too much like trying to be serious a little bit. Except that the kid was really weird. The kid who kidnapped him.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was a guy.
Yeah, well, a guy, and he had a kid.
Yeah,
Yeah, like he's like doing exercise videos downstairs, and his boys up there. It's just real creepy.
he wasn't access. He was watching music videos and
That's what it was.
dancing too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
funny, but I thought it was Mark Wahlberg. Like some of the shit he said was pretty pretty funny. Like
Yeah.
when you punched the kid out, I was like, someone had to do it.
Yeah. Oh no! How about when the stripper or something leaves
Oh, they take a shit on the floor.
yeah, and then they have to like clean it up. And
That
it's,
was
like,
great.
He's like
yeah.
hiding behind the wall. He's like,
did you get it? Did you get it? She's like, my thumb went in. Oh my god, you can't cook again. yeah. That was funny.
Oh.
Yeah, because he was such like it's such a switch role for it. Because normally Mark Wahlberg's like such a badass.
Yeah.
and this one he's like kind of a sissy bitch.
Yeah.
And It was good. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I watched it.
All right, that's good.
All right. Side effects.
Yeah, back on the side effects. All right, so side effects is if you ever seen an Alfred Hitchcock movie, I've only seen one. I've only seen one, which
I don't
is
think
Vertigo.
I've never seen them. So, Alfred's.
Well, this is pretty
Actually,
much
it's not true. That's not true. I
Oh.
saw one with Kristen. I couldn't.
Psycho.
Yes.
The shower scene.
Yeah.
Like the first
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't watch the entire thing. I made an
Yeah.
hour into it.
Was it the one with Vince Vaughn?
Vince Vaughn?
Yeah, they did a remake.
No.
That
This,
had
this
Vince
was
Vaughn
the,
in it.
this
All
was
right.
the original.
Black and white?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they did a remake that's exactly the same.
Really?
That has Vince Vaughn in it. It's just in color.
Is it good?
No, it's the same movie, but not as good. But it's totally useless.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. But Hitchcock movies always has this thing where like it it shows you one thing and then it sort of like flips what's going on. It throws you for a loop almost as like a twist.
Yeah.
Not a twist necessarily, but like you think it's going one way and then it will sort of veer different ways.
Yeah.
But this movie is very similar to that. Like it opens up with like there's blood on the ground and you don't know what it is, and then it flashes back to 3 weeks ago, and then like so
3
it's
months ago.
3 months ago, yeah. No, but the movie's all about this woman who's I don't want to even give it away, but she's dealing with depression,
Yeah.
and then it's sort of about that. She starts taking pills, and then we can give away that she.
Yeah.
All right.
If you listen to the Attic podcast, we clearly spoil everything.
Yeah, so we're spoiling this.
If you don't want side effects spoiled, which it shouldn't be if you're gonna watch it.
Yeah, because this is the twists in this are very good.
Yes. Don't listen from this point forward because
Yeah.
after the side effects, there's not gonna be nothing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So she's on pills and she ends up sleepwalking, and then she ends up stabbing her husband who just got out of prison.
Well,
for like tax evasion.
allegedly on pills.
Yeah, allegedly on pills, because as it turns out later on, she's faking the whole thing.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
couldn't fucking believe
Yeah.
it, man. Like when I'm watching, like the beginning of the movie is going.
and even when you think the guy, the doctor who prescribed the pills, like he got blamed for this
Yeah.
somehow, and he's like trying to work it out, and it's like she's lying and stuff, and you think he's the one going crazy. It's
Yeah.
about this doctor going crazy.
Yeah.
When actually he's right, and they were using him. It's him and her old doctor, who's played by Catherine Zeta-Jones, who like conspired to do this to make money through like getting
the stock market.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because they knew that the company that made the pills would get blamed for it, their stock would drop, and then they could sell a bunch of it or whatever.
Yep.
Or whatever.
So-
I don't know. It's close. But you think the movie's like about dealing with like actual
Depression.
yeah.
Yeah.
When it's just like someone
It's
just
right up your alley, Danny.
Yeah.
I thought you would have been like, oh, Danny's going to see
It's
this
like,
movie.
I know about the fog rolling in.
Come-
Tell me about the fog rolling in.
Come out afterwards like, oh, I got some new ways, life, new
New
way
ways
to live
of dealing
life.
with
Yeah.
this? No, it's a thriller.
Do
It's a
something.
psychological thriller that has nothing to do with
I learned a
actual
new,
depression.
New breathing technique.
Yeah. But once the murder happens, I thought it was going to be a movie about like sensationalism that happens in the media and like
I did.
how we like blame like people when it's not their fault. Like he's trying to help people, which is the worst part. That's why you feel so bad for Jude Law's character, because it's like he's actually a good guy. People think he's like
Jonathan
his wife
Banks.
thinks he's cheating on him with this and like some sexual deviant
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But it turns out like no, he's just trying to help all these people and he's getting blamed for it. And then he ends up being so smart that he tricks them and ends up gets her, Rooney Mara, who's in under psych watch in a psych hospital right now. He gets her to like sell out Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah.
And then he's like, all right, you can come here, but you have to take these pills. They'll make you a zombie. She's like, I'm not doing this. So then she ends up getting sent back to the hospital. So she ends up going to jail.
Yeah.
For pretty much jail.
Yeah.
And being under pills so that he gets both of them.
Yeah.
And he does it so beautifully.
Yeah. It was I like when it first was going on, I'm like, this isn't that great. I was like a little disappointed.
Oh yeah.
And then like once the
Did
first
you ask me about it before this?
No, I did. I went into it knowing very little about it
Yeah.
because like I remember watching the trailer, but I really didn't remember it anymore.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think Jude Law's. I just knew Jude Law was in it. And
Yeah.
I knew it had something to do about pills and side effects.
Yeah.
And,
Side effects.
Basically,
I thought it was gonna be like a sexual drama thing or something. Like he's like cheating. He's like having sex with his patient or something.
yeah. And then so I went into it pretty much with the blank slate, not particularly caring for it at the very beginning until the first twist happens.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is good.
Yeah.
And this is getting real good.
Yeah.
And so after that initial twist, I'm like, oh my God. And then like it just keeps getting better and better from that point forward.
And it keeps going in unexpected ways.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
always unexpected.
Yeah. And like, when he gives her like that truth serum there and that whole
Yeah.
thing there, that was like a big deal. And he's like, I gave her saline solution and like, and look at her, she's passed out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's some good acting in this movie.
Yeah, yeah, because I thought, I was like, oh, so he's like breaking doctor-patient confidentiality, trying to get her to confess.
Yeah.
But no, wait, he faked the whole thing, and it's just like salt water or whatever it was, or water.
Yeah,
whatever
it was like solution.
Yeah, so like that was awesome.
Yeah, it was really good. And I really like, at the very beginning, I just came out really enjoying the fuck out of the movie. And
Yeah.
I said to,
and it sort of has a happy ending to it too. I mean,
Yeah.
like everything works out for the good people.
I don't know if I would call it a happy ending.
No, it's not
You know,
really happy. Someone did die.
Yeah. I mean, what Emily did there by tricking everyone was like pretty fucked up, but like I don't know, like so he never actually ratted her out. She never got put in jail because he kept their money from the stock market.
Who did?
Jude Law.
No, he didn't get any money.
He didn't get their money.
No, because that's how they ended up getting Captain Zeta-Jones, because he had Captain Zeta-Jones give him the money.
Yeah.
So then that's why she ends up getting arrested.
Right.
And then like Emily was already exonerated. She was already found not guilty for reasons of insanity. So because of double jeopardy, they can't try her again for the murder.
Right.
So the only way they can keep her
in prison
is by making her seem crazy, which he
Right.
does such a great job of, just like controlling her.
Yeah.
Even because he knows she's lying, and no one will believe that she's sane because he's telling them she's not sane.
Right.
So
Right.
it's a little more complicated. Like the whole stock stuff, I don't really get too well.
Why don't you get that?
Like
I get that perfectly.
No, but I don't get how they get Catherine Zeta-Jones for doing something illegal. Like what did she literally do that was illegal?
So what she did, Catherine Zeta-Jones, when it starts way at the beginning, when they first meet up together, like that the two Jude Law and Catherine Zeta-Jones are both doing the same patient.
Yeah.
They're talking about it, and she's like, oh, maybe you could try one of these new drugs that are on the market. And that was when it first started.
Yeah.
And it was like,
the plan was already in motion.
Amblixix or something?
Yeah, Ablixa.
Ablixa.
Yeah.
And so then she's like, oh, here, take my pen, whatever. And so that's where it started. And then so what she did was she bought stock in the competitor to Amblixa.
Oh, right.
So whatever that company.
So when Amblixa ended up dropping,
Right.
It caused the other stock to go up.
Skyrocket.
All right.
And so now she had all the money in
And then she sold that stuff.
Right, when it's really high.
Yeah, but since how did they know that she was how did they know it's illegal? Because they're not getting Emily's testifying or whatever, or Emily's.
How do you know what's illegal?
How did they know she did that illegally? Because that's not illegal to buy stock and then sell it. Like, what's the
it's illegal.
What's the smoking gun to tie her to it?
Because Emily's lying.
Yeah, but just because she's lying, that's not enough.
I guess I see
Convict
your
her.
point.
Yeah, but there's the scene where she's wearing the wire.
Yeah.
She must have said something in there.
Yeah.
That was incriminating, right?
I think it could be just the fact that the two of them are in cahoots together.
Yeah, but the other one's already been found not guilty for reasons of insanity, though.
Yeah, not guilty for murder, but
Yeah.
she's not. They could trial her for not you, but like
saying the wrong thing or whatever.
no, for having
lying under oath.
For having Emily and her, Dr. Schubert there, having them working together. They isn't that I don't know what you call that when you do a crime together with two
Conspiracy?
people. A conspiracy. I
Yeah.
guess maybe they could get her in a conspiracy.
All right. Yeah.
But I do think if you're buying like the stock market and having taken, you're gonna know what's gonna happen because you're the one causing it
Yeah.
to happen. That is illegal.
Yeah, that's
I don't
stock market manipulation.
Yeah.
But my question is how did they get her for that? As I forget, it must be in the conversation when she's got the wire.
Yeah. I mean, they had her money that
Yeah.
in the two
Yeah.
Cayman banks or whatever.
Yeah, and then she gave some to Jude Law too, so
Right.
they can trace that.
Yeah.
All right.
Through the I'm assuming that's the
I
way
don't
they
know.
did.
It's
I don't
more
know.
it's more complicated than it needs to be, I
Yeah.
guess. But I don't. Laws are complicated.
Yeah.
But that doesn't really matter. I mean,
It-
you understand what the characters are doing and stuff.
But like when it first starts to happen, when Jude Law is, starting to get the hint of this, he's like, I really start to think he's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like really bad, like really breaking
Like
it
he's
down.
going off the deep
Yeah,
end.
like he left his son at school.
Yeah.
Like he's fucking like not going to work. All
Yeah.
this shit. And then when that guy from like I don't know if he's like the Better Business Bureau was interviewing him there,
Yeah.
the black guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was like, so you're telling me you're taking on more patients, you're doing 2 trials, you're working at the hospital, all this shit. And I was like, oh, he's fucked.
Yeah. It's
And
like-
I did agree with you. I did think it was going to be a lot more news related. Like he
Yeah.
was going to be on the news saying, I was trying, try to defend himself. And he
Yeah.
really didn't do that.
Yeah, he went like right against this woman. It's like, why are you doing this?
And I
So-
totally agree. Like when they show his patients and they're freaking out, like, oh,
Yeah.
like
Am I gonna
Yeah.
kill my wife
I'm
now
like-
if I take these pills?
I'm like, I would be like, oh my God, I don't want to see this guy.
yeah,
I'd be freaking out.
yeah,
So I enjoyed the shit out of it.
yeah. It was good.
Yeah.
So what's the rating?
I'm going to give it a 7.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's wow.
Yeah.
I'm going 6.
You can give it a 6?
Yeah, I really liked it, but it's not super amazing. I don't think I'd watch it again.
You wouldn't watch it again?
No, yeah, I'd probably watch it again. I'd watch it once more. I don't know. Like I've seen Contagion a few times. I've watched that. I forget what I rated Contagion or whatever, but yeah, I'd probably if it's on TV, yeah, I'd probably
You
end
gave
up
it a
watching
6.
6.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So I give this a 6 too.
Yeah, I gave Contagion a 6. I thought this was a little bit better than
Yeah,
Contagion.
this is a little more intricate and kind of keeps you gussing.
Yeah.
Like Contagion, it follows the line. It just goes through it naturally. But
yeah.
this is very weaving.
With the twist in it, because you start to think like, oh, and you start to think it's Jude Law, you start to think it's Emily, then you start to think it's her other therapist, and you're like, oh my God, they're fucking sleeping together.
yeah,
Just shit like this is
yeah.
going down.
And on top of that, you had the husband die
Yeah.
earlier, and that kind of happened, and that swept on the rug almost.
Yeah. And then apparently she had a miscarry or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they used that as like a cover story almost. Yeah,
It's just, I don't know. It was very good. Very good. I want my mom to see it, see what she thinks. I
Yeah.
told her, I was like, you're not going to like it at the beginning,
yeah,
but I said, just give it time.
yeah.
And I said, it gets good. It's real good.
There's lesbian action, so hey,
She's not,
everyone likes
hey.
that. Hey,
Little-
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
little
Everybody
kissing.
wants to see some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking
All
about.
right.
All right.
What are we on time?
50, I think.
All right, let's talk a bit about Saga number 10.
48.
All right.
Saga number 10.
So Saga number 10 came out.
So I broke the cardinal rule. I read the paper issue.
Oh, you didn't read it online?
No, I didn't.
Did you buy it?
I not yet. I probably
Oh.
will, but I didn't buy it.
No, don't buy it online.
Why?
Because it's online. Who cares?
I give them I just want to give them as much money, and just so they
just
can
go to next time we go to a con where Brian K. Vaughn's there. You're just gonna walk up. Here's $100, sir.
Please
Thank
don't
you.
stop it.
Never
Please.
stop.
Never.
This one actually, it opened really well. It had a flashback to when Marco is in like the prison work camp, and
Yep.
then Alana's like his captor.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the opening page. It's just Marco with his shirt off, and he's got like a.
Dan, you just keep talking about this.
He's
open
got a
page.
hammer because it's hilarious, and he's just looking. It's just him looking as like, it's just what's he say? Please keep reading. Yeah, it says? please keep reading. And it's just him looking at it, and it's like, all right, what am I getting into? The first page, and then you flip over and you find out, oh wait, it's them bonding as prisoner and prisonee,
Yeah.
warden, prisoner, and warden, and it's just like it's such a like bait and switch to opening it up. You're like, what is going on with this book? And then it's like, oh, it's a flashback. We'll find this out.
Yeah. I like the way they do the flashbacks. I like the
Yeah.
flashbacks a lot.
Yeah, it's very interesting, like where they started from. Because when the series first opened, it was they were together and Hazel was being born.
Yeah.
So it's cool to get back into like how they got together, being that they're on two warring sides of a galactic war.
I wonder how long he can keep going with the flashbacks.
I mean, there's still a lot more to get into, like how they end up on the planet they were at, like how much were they on the run, and then like what happened when they found out she was pregnant too, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more bonding that can happen.
Yeah, there's a lot, but like there's always going to be a point when you're like, I can't do this anymore.
Yes, but I mean, they parse it out so small, like the flashbacks.
Yeah.
Like there's still a lot going on in the story. Like a planet birthed this huge, like planet-eating monster
Did you see
thing.
him? He reminded me of the from the Michelin Man.
Yeah, the marshmallow. Yeah, the Michelin Man.
Yeah,
What's like in
there's the Marshmallow Man. It's in
oh, what's the other one? Stay Puft Marshmallow Man or whatever.
I don't know
in
his name.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, Ghostbusters. Yeah.
But no, it looks more like the Michelin Man.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Nah, I think it's the Marshmallow Man.
Yeah,
You're right.
probably.
Yeah, I don't know. One of those big white guys.
But it's just this huge like black thing with like 3 eyes, and it's like totally dwarfing their small little rocket tree rocket ship that they're in.
It's just. I mean, it's just. I just want to read more of it.
Yeah,
and it's so.
And there's only 10 issues. Out.
I know.
Yeah. A lot has happened too.
A lot has happened. I agree, but like. When I haven't caught up on The Walking Dead because I read about whole thing. What do you call those books? Trade paperbacks.
Yeah.
Each time I read it, and I read, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is good. And then so I'm good for like a couple days, and I was like, all right, I gotta get the next one.
Maybe you should read Saga Trade Wise.
And I don't want to read. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait.
I'm the same way with Fables.
Yeah.
Like for a while I was getting trades, but I'm like, no, I'd rather read this monthly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'll definitely get the trade and probably read the entire trade when it comes out.
Yeah, reread it.
Yeah, because I usually go back and read the month before I read this month.
Oh,
so
really?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
Huh?
Well, you read more than me then. I read.
Yeah, you read
books.
more comics.
I read more books too.
Yeah. So I mean,
I finished a book series today.
You did?
Last weekend.
What did you read?
Night of the Swarm. It is it's a huge epic fantasy where like the fate of the world is like in the balance, and like there's this thing that will pretty much eat the world, and they have to stop it.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was great. And it also has to do with like multiverse, like different planets and stuff, and like galactic sorcerers that are like trying to destroy the world in order to ascend to like the higher night gods or whatever.
Who wrote it?
Robert V.S. Reddick. He's from Massachusetts, actually. It's good.
It's good. From Massachusetts.
It's good, though.
All right, let's get back to Saga.
Yeah, back
Fuck
to Saga.
Something good.
Forget my adventures of Pazel, Pathkindle, and
something that's crap.
Thasha-isk. No,
Awful.
it's actually really awesome.
Really bad.
Yep. And then we get more with the gang is all back together on the spaceship there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
they rescued
Marco's father hasn't spilt the big news yet.
that he's dying.
Yeah. I'm predicting next week issue he's gonna say it.
No, I don't think. I think it's gonna go on a little bit more
next month, not week.
But they got who's the ghost babysitter? They got her back. What's her name?
Isabel?
Yeah, Isabel's back.
She's back.
Yep.
Back in black. Or red in this case.
And then we got the other ship was showing up, the one that has Gwendolyn, Marco's ex.
Yeah. So their ship, the tree, can't show up on Radar.
That's like a fantasy name. Radar.
And then so they got that kid with them that what's his name? The Will saved.
Yeah. And for some reason, why can she?
She has like some weird like superpower or wherever from her land is. She can, because Gwendolyn's ring, Marco's wearing it, and she can pick up the ore between the.
Yeah, because they
her necklace and ring or something.
Because they're like connected somehow.
Yeah,
like the two pieces that they broke apart and then made into rings.
So
or whatever.
she can pick up on that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I thought the will in the Gwendolyn arc in this wasn't that good.
Yeah, it wasn't that good. But at the end, Lion Cat had a good line in there, and then when this huge planet erupts, Lion Cat ends up getting hurtled out into space. Yeah. So hopefully Lion Cat lives.
Yeah, Lion Cat is like a fantastic character.
Yeah, he's so awesome. So many great one-liners. All he has to say is lying, and it's hilarious whenever he does it.
Mm-hmm. Or not lying. Or isn't like not lying or something like that.
Yeah. Just purr when it's
I hope he's not dead, and I don't think he would be.
I hope he gets picked up by the tree.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I want him to join our heroes, our ragtag
That would
hero
be cool.
group.
That would be cool. I'd be down with that. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, when Hazel grows up, Hazel just rides around on his back.
Yeah. That'd be cool. Just the will would be very appreciated, probably.
Yeah. Maybe the will be a good guy after all. Yeah. Even though like that goes against like the first issue where Hazel's talking about the will being a bad guy.
Yeah.
Which is weird. I don't know, because the will doesn't strike me as that bad of a guy right now.
Right now he's not.
Because even Gwendolyn's like, let's just kill him, and the will's like, wait, aren't we supposed to try and bring
that
Hazel back?
Child,
back alive, and she's like, no, kill him.
Yeah,
and the will's like so conflicted.
I just think it goes back down to because the whole thing losing the stock.
Oh yeah. So it changed him.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to overcome that. You know what I mean.
Yeah, we had the flashback last issue though, when him in the stock, right?
Yeah.
Or no, that was a dream, wasn't it? Oh, we don't really know if it's a dream or a flashback.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I thought it was a flashback.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I thought.
Yeah.
But
I gotta read.
Yeah. So
great issue though.
Another great issue.
What? How do we rate the issue? Do we rate the issue?
You want to rate the issue?
Let's rate the issue.
I think this one wasn't as good as some of the other ones.
Yeah.
What do you say?
I thought it was better than last issue, so I'm going with a 7.
All right, I'm gonna give it a 6.5. Then.
Dude, we had the awesome flashback with Alana and Marco. Just like their relationship is so interesting, and how they're like bonding over this book and stuff.
Their relationship is excellent.
Yeah,
I think it's great.
It's such a sweet relationship.
It's
so sweet.
Different turn of events.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a little bit of time left. Do you want to talk about the following real quick that we've been trying to do?
Have you been watching the following?
Yes,
So you're caught up?
I am up to date.
All right.
I'm behind on Arrow, so this is why I'm going with following.
Okay, Arrow's pretty awesome though. Last week's episode. Awesome.
I haven't watched it yet.
New episode's gonna be crazy.
Crazy.
Actually, the flashbacks on the island are the best part.
You think so? Now?
Arrow. No. Well, for the last couple episodes, they've been pretty awesome.
The weeks before episode was good.
Yeah,
because I watched that and with the whole airport scene and all that stuff. That's good. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, that was the best island flashback stuff so far.
It was long.
Yeah,
like
most of the episode.
Some of the flashbacks are like real short, like 5 minutes.
Because Ollie was like dying. So that's how they managed to do most of the episode.
What do you think about? So apparently we're going to talk about Arrow.
I'm sorry.
What do you think?
Smoke. What's her name? What's her first name?
Who?
The girl. The blonde chick. She's joining our team.
Yeah. Well, she's not really joining up. Like
she sort of is. She's on like a
she's only
probationary period.
Well, no. She said she's only there to help to get back. What's his name?
Walter.
His
stepfather.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you? So like she's not like.
Well,
I feel like she's gonna help out a lot no matter what, but
they're gonna convince her to become part of the team. Like even Diggle was a little reluctant to be part of the team.
Diggle's now like tired of looking at fucking Oliver's abs all the time.
Yeah,
he wants
some action for himself.
Yeah,
I don't know. All right. Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see what she does. I think she's definitely become more of the team. I like that they didn't keep dragging it on though, like treating her like an idiot. Like they, we got down to it that she knows he's the hood, as they call him on the show.
The hood.
All right, but back to the following.
All right,
quick.
The following.
So what
Kevin
do you think?
Bacon.
What do you think of it?
I enjoy it.
Yeah, I like the bad guy. James Purefoy, the actor, but I forget I
can't think of his name. I'll look it up.
It's like Michael Adam. I don't know. Whatever. I like him. He's the most interesting guy on it. Like that he's treating the whole world like his own story that he's trying to write or whatever.
Yeah.
And like Kevin Bacon will be like the reluctant hero that he saves the day. But one thing I don't get is so all the people in the show, like the girl,
Joe Carroll.
Yeah, Joe Carroll, that's his name. But like most serial killers don't really have like
A cult.
romantic feelings at all. Like they're like, for most serial killers, how they get off sexually is through murder.
Yeah.
So like they also don't really relate to people that well. Like they don't really fall in love with people that well.
I disagree with that statement. I mean,
no, that's how serial killers are.
I think there's you know,
I mean, there's ones that can fake it.
I think there's killers out there. Like, so who are you saying is faking it?
What? None of them seem like they're faking their romantic feelings for one another within the cult. Like the girl, and like she loves that guy, and then the guy loves that guy too. Tom, what's his name? Paul. Paul loves the Tom kid, and Tom.
So there's Jacob, Emma, and Paul. So Jacob and Paul were the gay guys, and Emma was the
well, Jacob
interest.
was pretending to be gay. But
Yes.
Paul's
of them,
actually gay, though.
Well, both of them, I read that originally, I think, were pretending to be gay. Paul had gay tendencies probably before, and then so when they ended up together, was like, all right, this is fine. I'm cool.
But like
some dick.
Paul is such a like he's a true like serial killer, pathologically.
Well, I think
weird.
Emma and Paul are both. I mean, she killed her mother, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, but her mother deserved what she got.
Oh,
she deserves to die. It's a terrible mother.
It's true. Yeah. She deserved to die.
Terrible mother.
Yeah, but like, you know, I think Emma totally would have killed that Asian girl that they have in the basement.
Yeah, she's gotten more stone cold crazy as things gone on.
You know, and I feel like, you know, she's very much kind of the ringleader.
For now, yeah.
Kind of. I mean,
except in
this episode here, she lost it a little bit.
Yeah, and they had the one guy sent like his goon in there to get him out.
Yeah.
And then that guy died almost immediately.
Yeah.
Hey, we got another guy, part of the following in here. Oh, he's dead.
He's gone.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm enjoying
Next episode's gonna be nuts though.
I enjoy it a lot because like I kind of crew it. It's kind of like a crime show, but it's like so much better because there's a lot more drama. I guess going on to it.
I just kind of question the portrayal of like serial killers in it because like if you look at a show at Dexter doesn't really relate to anyone. The only reason Dexter's not a crazy serial killer is because his adopted dad's like, all right, if you're gonna be a serial killer, at least kill bad guys. Mm-hmm. So but Dexter has trouble relating to people. Phil watches Dexter more than me, so he knows it better. But
yeah, but like, I mean, I feel like, you know, Jacob and Paul have a hard time relating. Well, Jacob did because like he saw originally Emma and them were like, you know, they were boyfriend girlfriend before.
I thought Paul was the one who wasn't dating Emma originally.
Yeah, Paul wasn't.
Yeah. All right, so Jacob.
Yeah, and Emma were dating before, and then they got into this elaborate plan of like Emma's going to be the babysitter, these are going to be the gay neighbors, and so they got into that plan, and so Paul was like when they ended up all in the house together was a little bit jealous. You know, no one, you know, I feel like no one could relate to him during that phase.
Yeah,
I mean now. You know, for that...
Now they're all together.
Yeah, for that brief moment they were, then Jacob got jealous.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think it's good.
Yeah. But the next episode, I think, is going to... We're going to find out a lot in the coming episode, because they're surrounded in this house right now. Yeah. And Kevin Bacon's character's in there. What's his name? Ryan? Yeah, Ryan something.
Ryan Hardy.
Yeah, Ryan Hardy is stuck in there in the house, and there's like no escape. So it's quite a quagmire. I don't know how they're gonna get out of it.
Quagmire.
Yeah, I find myself sort of rooting for the serial killers a little bit just to see what they'll do.
Yeah,
like it's not so much that I want them to keep killing people. Yeah. I just want their plan to fall through, so I can find out what are they even trying to do.
This is because you love Poe.
Yeah, I love Edgar Allan Poe. But I saw Steve watches the show too, and he really likes the Poe references, and I thought on the whole they've been sort of pushed in, like ham-fisted in there a little bit.
I don't think they are.
Oh, there's a couple ones I like. There's the part where John Carroll's talking to Jacob when he meets him. He's like, "It's okay, you don't have to kill him," and then they just quote Poe back and forth.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool, and I like the lawyer had to go up on the TV.
I don't. So what does he have on the lawyer that she has to?
I don't know, just threatening her life. Probably one of her family members.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing what happened with Ryan and his sister. Like the wife of one of the other serial killer people that, well, not serial, one of the cultists. He killed the cultist, and then his wife went after his sister.
Yeah.
So it's probably another situation like that with the lawyer.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All in all, I think it's a good show, though.
Yeah, and I like how it's only 13 episodes, so we'll get to an ending, and we'll hopefully find out what the
Wait,
main
this whole
plan
thing's
is.
only going to be 13 episodes?
For the first season. I don't know if it hasn't got renewed yet though. So
It hasn't?
I don't know.
What's it doing for ratings? Do you know?
Pretty well. I mean, not amazing, but it was doing better when it first showed up. It was like 11 million. I think it's down to like 7 million, which is still pretty good.
Yeah.
It might. Yeah, I think it'll get renewed.
You think it will?
Yeah, I just don't know. Steve brought this up too. I was talking to him about how long they can keep it going, unless Steve brought up the fact maybe there's like another group above Joe Carroll.
Yeah.
Like he's not the main guy. That's
So
actually like
they only showed two things on here for ratings, but they the pilot got 15.1 and
Yeah.
chapter 2 got 14.2.
Yeah. Are you on Wikipedia?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wikipedia usually lists them, but
But they don't have the other episodes yet.
Yeah. Well, Collider had that articles. They've been writing articles about.
Oh, here it is actually over here. So I'm
Oh.
sorry. This is something different. This says pilot was 10, and then it says the last episode was 8. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
You know, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I hope it continues though.
Yeah, I do too.
All right.
Okay,
All
that's it for this week's episode of
This
the Attic
week's
Podcast.
Episode. I'll put this up on YouTube, but I'll just put like still pictures or something.
Okay.
So you can see more on youtube.com/Attic Podcast.
You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Attic Podcast.
You can rate and review us.
On the iTunes
You can tweet at us.
at Attic Podcast.
You can.
Email us
Oh, yeah.
at atticpodcast@yahoo.com.
All right.
If you have any thoughts on the following we'd like to read, or Saga, or
Yeah, if
side
you want,
effects
if you
or
want
anything.
Danny's commentary on comic books.
No, it's my dramatic reading
So, excuse
of
me.
comic books.
Dramatic reading on comic books. Give us the comic book, because more than likely Danny has it already.
No, well, if it's recent, yeah, probably.
Or yeah, if it's recent. And we need a character who Danny's going to read it as.
Hi-oh, it's Kermit the Frog here.
If you can't do it, Danny's just going to make up his own character.
Christopher Walken, yeah.
I would really
read
all right,
Saga.
give him a little bit of Saga. Just pick a random page in the middle and start
Random page.
a little Christopher Walken reading Saga.
Okay. Astrologic super predator once saw one take out a whole armada. It's hard to read and talk with the mic in your hand at the same
you want
time.
Me to hold the mic?
No,
Is that your problem?
that's
You read like one fucking thing.
Deal with it. It's one.
How you gonna get through a whole comic book as Christopher?
I'm gonna use the mic as that has a stand when I do it.
That's the issue, holding the mic.
Okay.
Why? Because you can do the.
We'll
faces.
do it later.
All right, fine.
Next week.
Next week. All right, bye.
Goodbye.